that he had put her head on a shelf and screamed at it for an hour, threw darts at it, and ultimately smashed her face in. He also cut her tongue out and her larynx and put them in a garbage disposal.
Tell me in a sentence who you are.
I'm nobody. I'm a bum. I'm a boxcar and a jug of wine and a straight razor if you get too close to me.
Do you ever feel violent?
Yes, I do.
What do you feel like doing?
Killing people.
You still feel like killing people?
Yes.
Describe the feeling that you get when you feel like killing people.
Well, last March 11th, I was hallucinating, and I took a razor blade and I cut a man's throat.
Here in the hospital?
Here in the hospital.
Do you think you'd murder me, Joe?
Yes.
That's gruesome, Joe. That's horrible.
Yes, it is.
And you don't blame me if I say I hope you never get out of this place.
I hope I never do either.
November 30th, 2022, 7-year-old Athena Strand disappeared from her father's home in Paradise, Texas. Her family searched the house, the surrounding property, and the nearby roads. Before long, law enforcement officers, volunteers, and an entire community joined the effort to bring Athena home. Investigators soon discovered that a delivery driver had been at the property around the time she vanished. His name was Tanner Horner. Delivery records, vehicle footage, and Horner's own statements would eventually reveal what happened after he left Athena's home. More than 3 years later, Horner entered a Texas courtroom to face a capital murder trial. But before a jury could determine his guilt, he pleaded guilty to kidnapping and killing Athena. The only question remaining was his punishment. This episode is not only about the man responsible for Athena's death, it is about the child whose life existed before his crime, before the investigation that uncovered the truth and the courtroom fight for justice. Her name was Athena Presley Monroe Strand. This is beyond a reasonable doubt the Tanner Horner trial.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Saturday evening here on the Murder Podcast Show. That's right. It's here. It's here. We're doing it. Doing the things and the stuff. That's right. Chris says we better, or else we're all fired. I am your host, Tim, and they also call me...
Who are you? I am the architect.
That's right, they call me the architect back here, the mastermind behind it all. And alongside of me is Mr. Move the Table Around Man, my co-host. They call him...
Criminology Chris.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Don't mind me while I shift around my beverage cart. I'm working on making my microphone light up because it's not the same without it.
Oh, you got to push the button on the bottom. Or did it come unplugged?
I think it came unplugged again. I don't know.
I'm
going to figure it out.
Chris is going this is going to look wrong, but he's going to get down on his knees to go under my desk. This looks wrong. Yeah. So it's not what it looks like that Chris is doing. And alongside of Chris is the director of all of our social media platforms.
Time to check my social media, yeah. To see who loves me online.
Classroom Jackie.
I will never get tired of that. Ever.
I don't think fans will either. And we have, as always, in our chat, our we don't judge here. Yeah, okay. In our chat is our moderator, also known as we now call her the analyst, Unsafe Snuggie. And, she's got a little note for you for the night here.
I'm Unsafe Snuggie. I will be your analyst for this evening. Please remember to be respectful in the comments, or you will be put in timeout. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And she will time out you.
She will time out you. Unsafe does not sound like that, though. That'd be some crazy shit.
Unsafe is awesome.
Unsafe is fantastic. Fantastical. And she puts up with me, so I mean, shit. Anyways, let's head on over and we're going to do Classroom Jackie's 1 minute of murder segment.
Classroom Jackie's 1 minute of murder.
All right, guys. So we're still at 44 on Instagram. Honestly, we're just going to get rid of that. No one checks it anyways. So we're going to just move on to everything else.
Just stop checking it.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see what happens. On our Facebook, we are at 169 followers. Our YouTube, we are at 682. And holy shit, you guys. We are at 2,648 followers on TikTok.
It's growing. TikTok's still growing.
We have grown in the last almost 24 hours by 256 followers.
Damn.
Jeez.
Damn. Welcome to Walmart.
Yeah, it's
not a
getting
sponsor.
nuts. And people are commenting and everything now and interacting with us more on the TikTok and stuff too. So
Heck yeah, we
It's
do
going
appreciate
good.
it. We
Going
do
good.
appreciate it, which brings me to my next point here. Don't forget, guys, if you don't already, like, subscribe, and share the YouTube channel out here and all of our other social media platforms. What that is, and don't forget, too, to click the little notification bell. And what that'll do is that will notify you every time before we're going to go live here on YouTube every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Unsafe. Thank you, Cake Maker. David, I forgot to say hello to everybody in the chat. David, Unsafe,
Google.
Cake Maker. Yeah, Google. Welcome in, everybody. We do appreciate it. Let me hit the sponsors here. Do you need quality automotive repair and maintenance you can trust? Well, you're in luck because you can visit Mr. Wrenches of Akron, LLC, conveniently located across from the Derby Downs at 1175 George Washington Boulevard in Akron, Ohio. They offer fast service, friendly customer care, reliable repairs, honest and professional work. Whether you need routine maintenance or repairs, we're here to help keep you on the road. By appointment or walk-ins are welcome. You just give them a call and you can either ask for Gage or stop in today. And another one of our sponsors is Crafty Corner by Laura, who makes a wide selection of handmade crochet plushies, both cute and creepy. Pop culture, fantasy, anime, and horror. They also specialize in custom orders like the voodoo doll and the other various items we have in the studio here. You can follow them on Instagram. Hopefully they have a better following than us at the.crafty.corner.bylaura. And as I always tell you, there's 3 dots in there. Not my job to tell you where they're at. Give me 1 second here. I do want to let you guys know one thing here.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm advising you, warning, there is viewer discretion is advised with tonight's episode. I will explain more here in a second, but I just wanted to let you guys know that intense viewer discretion is advised with this one.
Or listener discretion in this case too.
Yes. So before we begin, this episode discusses the kidnapping and murder of a child. We want to explain how we are going to approach this case. Tanner Horner pled guilty to capital murder and aggravated kidnapping before the presentation of the full case against him. Because of that plea, the jury was not asked to decide whether he committed the crimes. Instead, the court proceedings focused on punishment and whether Horner would receive life in prison without parole or death sentence. Also, we will discuss the evidence presented in court. We are intentionally leaving out the most explicit details. They are not necessary to understand this whole entire case. Horner's statements or the final outcome. Our focus will remain on Athena, the search for the truth, and the pursuit of justice. So with that note,
Hey!
Court's in session. That's right. Got me a gavel here, because I have a problem with court. What else is new? Anyways, so we're going to jump on in.
I got stuck.
I have been researching and going crazy with this one all week long, and today for hours this morning, and there was one point where I ended up passing out and taking a nap because my brain is mentally hit hard with this one and this particular one, but that's all right though. I got this shit. This case begins in Paradise, Texas. That's not a bad name for a town, you know?
Yeah.
It just sounds inviting and happy, and Paradise is a small community in Wise County, northwest of Dallas-Fort Worth area. It is the kind of community where news of a missing child can quickly become an emergency involving neighbors, volunteers, and multiple law enforcement agencies. On November 30th, 2022, Athena Strand disappeared from her father's property. At first, her family had no clear explanation. There was no confirmed eyewitnesses who could immediately tell them that Athena had been placed inside a vehicle. There was no ransom demand and no communication from anyone claiming responsibility. There was simply a child who could not be found at a rapidly closing window in which every minute mattered.
The investigation would eventually depend on several pieces of evidence. There was a package delivered to the home, there were company records identifying the driver, and there was cameras inside the delivery vehicle. There was information documenting where the vehicle traveled after leaving the property, and there was the statements Tanner Horner made when investigators began questioning him. Each piece moved law enforcement closer to the truth. But before we discuss Horner, the investigation, or the trial, we need to begin with Athena. Cases like this are often told backwards. The public hears the offender's name, sees his photograph, and learns about his actions before learning anything meaningful about the victim. We are not going to begin that way.
So real quick, before we go any further, I'm going to put, Classroom Jackie had mentioned that there was a package that had been delivered. It was actually one of Athena's Christmas presents, and this was the package that was delivered. A Barbie You Can Be Anything set here. That was supposed to be one of her Christmas presents that Tanner had delivered that day. So I just wanted to show that there.
Before we talk about evidence, timelines, or courtrooms, we need to begin where every case should begin with, the victim. Too often in true crime, the person responsible becomes the center of that story. Their name is repeated in headlines, photographs appear across television screens and social media, while the victim slowly fades into the back. We don't want to tell that story this way. The episode begins with Athena Presley Monroe Strand. She was born on May 23, 2015, and by the fall of 2022, she was a bright, energetic 7-year-old daughter who split her time between her parents following their separation. Like so many children her age, her world revolved around family, school, imagination, and the excitement that comes with being a kid. Those who knew Athena described her as sweet, curious, and full of personality. She loved to laugh, loved spending time with her sisters and cousins. She enjoyed playing dress-up, playing with dolls, and expressing herself with bright colors. If you've seen photographs of her, you've probably noticed one thing immediately. Pink. Pink bows, pink clothes, pink accessories. It wasn't something created after her death. Pink was simply Athena. It reflected her personality and became something her family and community would later embrace as a symbol of remembrance. It was also her favorite color.
One of the most difficult parts about researching cases involving children is realizing just how much of their story the public will never know. We can read court records, police reports, articles in the news, transcripts from the actual trial, but none of those documents can tell us what it was like to hear Athena laugh in the back seat of a car. They can't tell us what her favorite joke was that week, what television shows she watched, or what she hoped Santa Claus might bring her for Christmas. Those are the, memories that belong to her, family, and they're reminders that Athena was much more than the circumstances surrounding her death. She was a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a classmate, a friend. She was a child with an entire future waiting for her.
In late November of 2022, Christmas was only a few weeks away. Like many families, preparations for the holidays had already begun. Decorations were starting to appear, shopping lists were being made, packages were arriving at the front door. One of those packages would eventually become one of the most recognizable pieces of evidence in the case. Inside were those Barbie dolls, a gift intended to bring joy to a little girl during Christmas. Instead, that package became forever connected to one of the most heartbreaking child murder cases in recent Texas history. We'll come back to that package shortly because the investigators knew its significance. It was simply another holiday delivery.
Athena divided her time between her parents, Jacob Strand and Madeline Gandy. At the time of her disappearance, she was staying with her father and stepmother, Elizabeth, at their rural property near Paradise, Texas. The property sat outside the city, surrounded by open land and neighboring family members. It was a place where children could safely play outside, a place where everyone generally knew another. The kind of community where something as simple as a missing child could bring hundreds of strangers together overnight. No one could have imagined that within hours the entire nation would know Athena's name.
Years later, during Horner's sentencing proceedings, Athena's family would describe not only the loss they experienced that day, but every future moment that was taken from them. The birthdays that would never come, the graduations, that first job, possibility of marriage, children of her own. When a child dies, families don't only mourn the years they had, they mourn every year that should have followed. That's something the legal system can never truly measure. No sentence can restore those moments, no verdict can erase the pain. But the justice system can do one thing. It can hold the person responsible accountable. And before we reach the courtroom, we have to return to the day everything changed.
Wednesday, November 30th, 2022. It began like any other day. Athena was staying at her father's home outside Paradise. Jacob Strand had left in the beginning of that day for a hunting trip, leaving Athena at home with her mom. Nothing about the morning suggested that any of their regular, scheduled things, family life were about to become the beginning of a nationwide search. Like countless afternoons across America, people were working, running around, doing different things, errands, preparing dinner, receiving holiday deliveries. One of those deliveries arrived at the Strand property sometime that day. The driver, Tanner Horner, at the time, he was working a delivery route for Big Topspin, a company contracted to deliver packages on behalf of FedEx. To the Strand family, he was simply just another delivery driver dropping off a package before continuing on his route. There was nothing outwardly unusual about him arriving there.
The package itself wasn't remarkable either. It contained those dolls for Athena as a Christmas gift. A simple holiday surprise, the kind of delivery that happens millions of times every year without anyone giving a second thought. No one standing on that property could have imagined how important that package and the person delivering it would become. At that point, it was simply another stop on the delivery route, nothing more.
According to testimony presented later in court, Athena and her stepmother had a disagreement that afternoon. By itself, that wasn't unusual. Parents and children have, disagreements every day. I'd like to find that perfect world where they don't.
Yeah, okay. Good luck.
After Elizabeth believed Athena had gone to another part of the property, when she later went to check on her, Athena wasn't there. At first, there wasn't immediate panic. Children hide, they, wander outside, they visit Good old.
Like we'll exit and then start it again and pick up where we left off.